Well, hello there. Today we are going to be playing some War Thunder, and I also happen to unlock the Su-33, which is a squadron vehicle. The thing is, however, that I don't really have, like proper high tier jets, because I am kind of broke. The closest thing I do have is some of the Su-25s and some of the MiGs and stuff, but those can't really go head to head with the stuff that you get at, the very high ranks and stuff. So I am gonna jump into some arcade battles and probably get my butt kicked about as much as you'd expect from the Soviets. But first, also, let me just jump into a realistic battle and tell you why I pretty much cannot play high-tier jets. Long story short, Nuclear Option, another game, absolutely wonderful. I love playing Nuclear Option, and I will probably play more of that instead of War Thunder if this is what War Thunder is like. Because when it comes to high-tier jet combat, it seems like there is literally no strategy for me that actually leads to, winning. Basically, I spawn in, and if I rush straight at the enemies, I'm more or less just gonna get blown up, right? Even if I do lock onto them and fire off a missile, I am dead by the time the missile would, get even close to the enemies. If I lock onto them and have to notch their missile, my radar, they basically go out of the arc of the radar and I lose track. And then, I can no longer guide the missile and it's wasted. As for trying to stick with the friendlies and getting in close, it also doesn't really seem to work, and I'm not quite sure why that is, right? I can switch to the IR mode, which doesn't make my, radar emissions as big, but then I basically lock onto nothing. I don't know how else to describe it as one big huge mess where I have literally no idea what would work. Because I do see some people online in like tutorial and guide videos doing really well, and that's just not me and I don't get it, right? Even when I try to stick close to the terrain, I still get caught by their missiles and I just get exploded, and it is really weird. Also, yeah, the whole radar controls is weird, so I'm just using like the TWS mode. Okay, see, they're already tracking me, even though I'm this low. Like, how are they not getting their, radar just dissipated into ground clutter? They're even launching missiles. Like, what the frick? Okay, let's stick really close to the ground and I should be good, right? Let's even get out of the afterburners and stuff. This is as low as I could humanly get, right? There's no way they're tracking me. Let's try finding them, and that is still too far. I literally do not see them. They're still launching. Like, come on, I'm under the tree line. Okay, that's a friendly. We just locked onto a friendly. God damn it. Okay, there's a missile that's gonna go over us. And maybe we can hit them with IR. You're like, what is this? The missiles don't really seem to be doing much. And also I do pass out a lot. Okay, that is a little bit too close perhaps, but... I still have incoming. Okay, so IR missiles are gone, now I only have like radar guided ones. I would probably do really well to actually find someone to attack. And I hit a treetop. Never mind, this is not what I'm complaining about. This is me just flying badly. Oh no. Well, then again, given that I'm trying to be a historically accurate Soviet pilot, maybe I was just drunk as fuck, so yeah. Now, the thing is that you don't have to manage the radar as much with like the older jets, like the one I'm gonna play now, so that is way more chill. But holy frick, the high tier ones are insufferable. I might also need to turn off playing in like North American servers, because the ping is a bit much. Also, I did hear one of the tutorials just straight up say that you shouldn't do bombing, and I'm like, but I like bombing. Because at least the ground forces suck worse than the enemy, you know, air units. So I at least have a fighting chance. Grr. Oh yeah, right, I could just rip my wings off. Mostly because air density and stuff. Maybe I should go high. Problem is, these missiles I have on, they're tiny. They don't have a lot of range. At least this time around I should be matched against roughly equal opponents, because Air Realistic Battle just has you bringing in one unit, right? If I switch to Arcade and have the Su-33 in my roster, these things, like all of the other jets I have in the Su-25 and stuff, they will be so outclassed, like holy frick. Now you still sometimes get lucky if it's like a mountainous map, but we'll see. Okay, we see some missiles and stuff. Problem is, even if I could see the enemies at like a bigger range or whatever, I am playing at 1080p, so there is quite literally no physical way for me to spot them that often. Wow. But I guess once you get to the higher tiers, you need the radar anyways. So yeah. Now another thing I've tried is just sticking with the friendlies and using them for cover. As mean as that might be, the hope is that they will soak up some of the incoming missiles and stuff, right? Because, you know, they're closer to the enemies. Oh yeah, these also don't have a lot of range, so I have to get in pretty close. Like in the high tier, this would be a perfect distance. Here I'm just like considering everything. There we go. Severe damage. Meow merp moo. And that's one enemy down. Okay, let's try to turn and anticipate where they're gonna be. Technically, I should have just used my guns. God damn it. I bled off too much speed. Uh-oh. Someone's gonna hit me from behind, aren't they? Okay, that's some sly hits. We finished them off, but I really need to run now. It might be a bit too late. Back to the island to rearm, I guess. We somehow got 2 freaking kills, technically. So this tier is passable. I can play this and it is okay. This is actually where the jets are fun, because you don't have to use the guns, you know, every single time. But once you go higher and once radar comes into play, like for real, then it's a mess. Still have some flares. Wonder if we're gonna get snuck up on. Probably not. Can't do flaps because we're going too fast. Oh no. At least we have air brakes, and those are pretty good. Here. Have to do a little wiggle to land more efficiently, and we are good. Yep. Unironically, this is somehow the fastest way to land. I don't question it anymore. That is some War Thunder logic. And let's be on our way. Oh damn it, they're attacking our airfield. They're gonna hit me, aren't they? And I can't fire while on the ground. Of course I can't. And well, this doesn't happen super often. Just when your base doesn't have proper AA. Gosh, the Phantoms are so cool though. At some point, I should really play on that tech tree. Unfortunately for me, I am 1,300 hours into War Thunder, and I have not spaded this full tree yet. Not even close. Anyways, let's jump into another realistic battle and let's get our butt kicked, because holy frick. So what I'm gonna try to do is switch into the track-wall scanning mode, but like only the head-on targets, so I don't lock onto friendlies, right? So this should let me stick close by any friendlies, all while scanning for enemies. Okay, there's an Su-30, I can probably sit in their tail. Okay, they're climbing a little bit faster than I am. Oh well. At least on Intel Arc, we don't have that horrible bug with, you know, propeller planes where it just strobes, you know, like white light. That is very freaking trippy. Wonder if I can show missiles in the HUD. Because I did see in some of the tutorials where they had like the radar on, it also showed incoming missiles. I don't think this radar differentiates. I sometimes have locked onto missiles though. Problem is, if the enemies fire anything at us, they're probably going to be there, and so I can't really hide behind the other friendly. We do see them breaking though. Oh yeah, so this is my problem, is that I can technically lock on to the enemies, right? And I could even fire off a missile. But at this range, that is completely freaking useless. But they know I'm here, and somehow they can shoot off their own missiles. And it seems like at this rank, not all of them need to keep guiding theirs, right? So there's launches right now. I am getting... Okay, more launches. God damn it. Because I tried to notch, but the problem is that, like, their missiles still find me anyways, even if I try to, you know, do some other maneuvers while notching. And I can't really fire anything back, because I need to keep the track on them to actually do some damage, right? And also, I'm not even sure if that's a real contact, because they should be visible at that range. Uh-oh. Now that's a friendly. That's also a friend. Yeah, okay, my radar just freaking hates me. Oh, I got... Oh, wait. Did I get them? Nice. Don't need the heading. This is fine. There's also the annoying thing where the frickin' radar keeps looking sideways. I'd much rather it didn't do that. It is insanely annoying. No, not that mode. Not the IR, just give me this. Okay. Come on. Frickin'. Oh yeah, also the flares and chaff do freaking nothing. I think RVV is what, like an anti-radiation missile? RVV AE. No wait, no, that's, yeah, active radar homing. So it is the kind of missile I don't have. It's not the anti-radiation one though. I think I confused it for this arm. Yeah. Up. Anyways, back in we go. Maybe one day I'll figure out how this works, but right now it's just annoying. Because the game doesn't really tell you much either. A lot of the controls you need for the radar are not bound by default, and it's like a whole new mechanic to manage on top of everything else. It is so weird, because things that you think should work just don't. Nuclear option is the exact opposite. Everything just makes sense there and is actually enjoyable to play. This feels like struggling against a kind of broken plane, which, to be honest, is pretty Soviet if you ask me. And yeah, we're being tracked from like 30 to 40 kilometers away. Comrade, our Su-33s are the best planes. We have the highest numbers in every category, even our radar cross-section. Then again, I guess this is never gonna really be a stealthy plane, especially if I hang so many freaking missiles on it. And I'm still not locking onto anyone. What the frig? Like, they can be hidden by the ground because there's no ground clutter because they're probably at like similar altitudes. And I'm just supposed to assume that the freaking radar isn't like awfully good. Okay, I do get some locks, I guess. Okay, there we go. 40, 35. You know what? Frick it. Let's fire some missiles and see how we do. Now, what some guides tell you to do is just turn like 60 degrees in one direction, so you can still guide the missiles, but are mostly out of harm's way. And that does nothing. If they shoot their own missiles at me, it's not really gonna make much of a difference. Also, 650 meters a second is a bit fast. Am I just chasing a missile? Wow. Yeah, that's a missile. Uh-oh. And I'm dead. This is pretty much how it usually goes. I even tried sticking behind the friendlies for a bit. Also, oddly enough, I can't put like a bunch of heat seekers on. Like, not all of these slots are properly interchangeable. I don't get that. Grr. Like, if it was up to me, I'd just have not the ER missiles, but ET. Which is basically these bigger missiles just with like a heat-seeking head on them. So I can properly like fire and forget. I can put one of those on, which does seem a little bit odd. Well, one on each side. And then I have R73s, which are obviously kind of tiny. I need to be way closer to actually lock on. Okay, this time around, we're just gonna go close to ground. This does feel like a little bit of a sluggish plane. Then again, we're doing like the afterburners and going full send, so yeah. And you can see that the actual radar just goes all the way to the side and then just ceases to spot anything like dead on. Even though we lose like the track, right? That is so insanely jank. I need to find a control to turn that off. I hope I can turn that off, because holy frick. You know what, frick the radar. I'm just gonna fly in close and hope I find someone visually. BBR can hack itself. Yeah, that's a wreck. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Hi. Okay, that might actually work. Oh, no it didn't. God damn it! I think they pointed their nose down so the missile hit the ground. Oh, avionics damaged. I can't fire shit. Okay. That's a freaking cool plane, though. Maybe that's when I should have swapped to IR. Let's mess around with the loadout a little bit. So these can be regular 73s, right? And here you can see the ETs and the same kind of missile. I should be able to put it on here, but I just can't, and I have no idea why. That is so weird. Oh yeah, maybe we can just disable American servers. Yeah. Thankfully, even at this rank, there's enough games to, you know, reliably jump into matches and stuff. At least it's something. Oh, this is the big one. This map is freaking huge. Away. So now I have 3 different types of missiles. So that's another thing to manage on top of everything. Technically, this plane is supposed to be like a naval variant, so launched from ships. We still have like that tail hook, I think, or something like that. So it has, well, at least according to the lore, strengthened structure, and in practical terms, it does get more like missile slots, but also fewer countermeasures. Which I guess I don't mind, because the countermeasures don't do frick anyways. Also, yeah, this might be a little bit too bendy to follow. Uh-oh. We are very slowly making our way to them. I can bet you that I'm gonna go down within like 30 seconds of being locked on, and all of this will be a waste. Also, you see how the radar just went to the side? It seems to affect all of the modes, which is like doubly annoying. Grr. Okay, the friendlies are up ahead a little bit. They should soak up some of the fire at least. Oh, another thing, because this is an uncharacteristically large map, I might just straight up run out of fuel. Okay, let's switch over to the ET. There's a MiG. They have literally no way of knowing we are here, so we're just gonna pop up over the cover. And we're gonna fire the heat seeker at them. Right? Right. Oh, frick, they're going head on for us. This ain't good. Oh, there's another one on the side. They're below the ridge. Uh-oh. Well, nothing. God damn it. They frickin' ran away, and I have no idea where they are. There we go. Come on. Yeah. Frick, we hit them. At least it kind of worked for once. But I am a sitting duck right now. I should go back and do the cover. I could also go for like the AI planes, but it doesn't really seem that the game wants to reward that because they're like almost 100 kilometers out. Very, very freaking big oof. I probably should have just picked more fuel to spawn with. Literally didn't occur to me, because normally you don't really need to touch the setting. Because most of the maps are of like a decent and kind of balanced size and stuff. No, not that one. Oh yeah, you can also see that there's just like those little indicators kind of on the little radar on the side to switch what you're targeting. So unless you're in the TWS mode, you have to look at those tiny ones to decide what you want to lock on. Unless you use the like other mode, but this one seems to be limited to like 20 kilometers, and that is also very odd. Like the main radar kind of shows you where the enemies are pretty well up to like 40 kilometers out. And then you have to rely on like this weird one that only locks onto enemies from like 20. Like, why? Well? Oh yeah, we're too close. How did the guns not get that? We do have like a little lead indicator. I suspect it might be kind of lying to me. Oh yeah, another thing that IR locks are kind of tricky as well. Well? Why can't I fire another one? Oh, and only now I die. Okay. So let's try that again. Hopefully in a more reasonably sized map. So what some people do is they turn at an angle like, I don't know, 10 to 30 degrees from just heading straight on, and they climb to around 10 kilometers. We might try that, but I suspect that at that altitude, ground clutter will be way bigger of a problem. And our only hope will largely just be like flanking the enemies and basically trying to boom and zoom in the sense that, you know, we're just gonna hit someone unsuspecting with a missile. But because everyone has the warning systems, unless they're kind of overwhelmed, they should at least be aware that something's going on. Also, we're gonna switch into the IR mode. Just to be a little bit stealthy. Now you can also change the IR mode cone, but I don't think that matters that much because I've literally never locked on to anyone with it. Ow, 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 ow. I do like how the jet looks. Very, very nice. If War Thunder had like a PvE mode that wasn't ass, I would immensely enjoy it. Sadly, that is too much to ask for. Oh no. Nuclear option is so goated though, like goddamn. I feel like if I'm more or less notching them, surely there's no way for them to actually launch missiles at me, right? Problem is, I'm not really closing the distance at that point, so yeah. That is way too close. I mean, far. I mean, how can they fire missiles at me from like 40 kilometers away? Is that just like a scare tactic, or do they just have better tech and they can actually hit? God dang it, I locked onto a missile again. There we go. Now this is a bit more hopeful. Provided they don't, like, have ungodly skills in dodging. But the ET, yeah. Okay, we're not even gonna need the ET, goddamn. Now, but look, that was proper fire and forget. That makes me happy. Okay, we freaking dodged it. Holy frick. Lock on. I'm just gonna freaking yeet everything. The best I can hope for is to take someone down with me. Although they are already going down, so... Yep. Double kill. Meow. And I'm out of here. I don't know. High tier jets are such a mess. I probably need, like, I don't know, another 200 to 300 hours to be decent at them. Wah. Oh, and this is hanging for some reason? Hello? Oh, this better not mess with the recording or whatever. War Thunder? Oh no, War Thunder just frickin' froze. Thank you. It's recovering? No, it isn't. Nice. Sure. Let's kill the game and let's restart, I guess. At least that didn't happen in the middle of a match, so yeah. Small mercies, I guess. POV, you have Intel Arc. I wish I could afford a better GPU. Like, Arc could have been good, but when it comes to streaming, it just isn't. So I'm gonna need to fork over my rent money to buy a 5060 Ti 16 gig, which is over 550 euros, which is insane. Why? I don't know. Hello? Okay, there we go. Not sure what happened there. Either way, the ET missiles are better than ER. You cannot change my mind, because proper fire and forget with like a really good lock is so nice. The ERs are only usable, at least for me, when I am, you know, being sneaky. Otherwise, I am quite cooked. Maybe I should look up whether I can alter the distance at which ACM starts to work. I don't think that's a thing, though. Yeah, you can change the range of ACM. Maybe HMS range is changeable? Let me look that up. War Thunder change HMS range. Not even a single freaking match. Thanks, Google. Oh, so hi. Welcome in. And yes, I'm gonna have a little drink of that lovely Coke. This is going like such a mess, though. I mean, it's not completely horrible. I've had way worse. I've had like 4 or 5 games with absolutely 0 silver lions in a row, and that was painful. I think I'm just gonna use the HMS mode, because then at least I can sort of select what I want to target, even if it is more or less limited to like 20 kilometers, which I'm still thankful for. At least it's something. 20 kilometers is actually like a workable range. And I'm getting launches at me, thanks. So I should be more or less notching now. And I still don't even see them. They're still doing launches, even though I'm completely perpendicular. The frick. Okay, let's bleed some altitude. And just so the missiles don't anticipate us being here. Okay, can we find any of them? Nope. There's nothing there. Grr. The clouds are kind of cool, though. Okay, and I know that some friendlies have spotted them at least. Maybe that's what I should do. I should just hang back and then try to snipe some of them from like a distance. Now, of course, I cannot directly lock onto them like this, unfortunately. How are they tracking me when I'm this far away? Like, I guess that shouldn't be necessarily like a lock. Okay, that's a lock. And that's a launch. And I still freaking lose the track. And then I'm dead. This sums up my experience with high tier jets. There seems to be freaking nothing I can do. Either I try to properly notch and I lose track and I get shot anyways, or I sort of semi-notch, which isn't really a thing, and then I just get shot down. And my missiles seem to never actually hit them. 10 out of 10. But hey, at least I'm very slowly making some progress on the research. Wah. Now, I do have some unused boosters, but those would probably be a waste right now. I need to figure out what works for this plane. Like, surely people play it and do pretty well. Then why can't I? We could also switch to the default radar mode, but this isn't necessarily better because I still don't get like the red little markers when they're, you know, within the radar range, and the little indicators on the side are not very clear either. Like, you know, the pie like radar. I tried the square one, but that doesn't help much either. I almost feel like the radar UI should be like almost twice as big. You know, just put it in the lower right corner where my PNG tuber is and stretch it the frick out. Okay, no one, there's another Su-33. I think I'm just gonna follow them and try to see what they do. Okay, they're way ahead. They're just going up, but this is likely to get them shot. Because they're more or less just, you know, heading straight for the enemies. Frick, if they're closing in, I might as well shoot some off. And I think they might have also shot some stuff up, and they're just doing the sort of half-assed notch that I do, unbothered. Oh wait, did that one get hit? Oh yeah, that one's going down. And there's the incoming missile straight ahead. And I'm dead. It would have been nice to at least finish someone off, but yeah, that was a bit too far. Guess I'm dead in the water. Somehow they survived and I just didn't. Okay. Also, hi Jana. This game is a pain at the high tiers and I have like no idea what I'm doing. So I figured that I'd stream it and we can all suffer together. I could try getting the bombs, but everyone's very adamant that you're not really supposed to do bombing at the high tiers, because then you're not helping the team. Except, I don't help the team either way, so frick that. You know what, this time around I'm just trying to head in as close as I can. And only doing engagements absolutely in their face. Like as close as I can humanly get. I don't know how low above the ground you should be to not get spotted by enemy, radar and missiles and stuff. Because I've been this high and still have gotten shot down. Not sure, but not so bad. And it wasn't even IR missiles, so who knows. Let's actually turn off the afterburners just so it don't generate as much heat. Now the good thing is that at least in this mode I can like try to lock on into someone that I'm not flying towards, so at least that's something. Now there's also a bunch of stuff in the air, but good luck figuring out which of those are actual planes and which are just like missiles and stuff. And we're still getting missile launches at us. How? How are you targeting me? I can literally see my own shadow on the ground. It shouldn't even be possible. Yeah, what the frick was that? I am hugging the ground. 1 meter lower and I would be plowing someone's fields. Freaking wild. Oh, yep. That is what I mean. Pain. Yeah, I need a quick break. Frick this. Be right back.
Стальной горизонт, сожженное солнце. Двигатели воют, приказы несутся. Красная звезда впечатана в кожу. Холодный фонарь, дышать все сложней. Цели мерцают, зеленый и белый. Имена и цифры становятся светом. Каждый индикатор горит ярко-красным. Лечу я навстречу сквозь свинцовый ад. Красный шторм над железным небом. Отдачу чувствую вдоль позвоночника. Сквозь пламя ввысь, пока не вспыхнут тучи. Красный шторм, я не спрашиваю зачем. Захват, пуск, обрываю связь. Оседлав раскат грома, ночь будет наша. Разбитые полосы, шрамы бетона. Старые гимны под слоем бетона. Ржавчина, неон, все тот же серый дождь. Прошлое с будущим в одном кадре сплелись. Голоса командиров трещат, гаснут. Держи курс свой, не бойся. Серебряный след выводит мое имя, если я исчезну. Запомни огонь. Красный шторм над железным небом. Отдачу чувствую вдоль позвоночника. Сквозь пламя ввысь, пока не вспыхнут тучи. Krasny шторм.
Okay, seems like the Su-33 is stuck for a little bit. So let's just grab like a freaking MiG and mess around with that. I think I'm still gonna try to switch over to the arcade battles and see how that goes. Because, you know, we have one high tier plane and everything else is comparatively trash. It should be an absolute clusterfuck and probably is half the fun.
Krasny
Oh yeah, MiG-21 oddly has a relatively small fuel tank. I guess we can fit like a drop tank on it, but I don't really think we need to. I ain't managing some like drop tank controls in addition to everything else. Okay, so right now we only have IR missiles, and these ones also don't have that much range, so yeah. How can you tell me to reduce speed? Your wings are frickin' triangles. I'm not supposed to be able to physically tear the little Dorito wings off. I mean, come on. Okay, no one's really going high, but frick it. Okay, I have ACM, but ACM is 30 kilometers. The frick? Wait, no, maybe it's just wrong. I don't know. Then again, I don't really have any proper radar missiles on this loadout, so why the frick do you give good ACM to this crappy plane? This vexes me. We're approaching the front line now? Should start seeing the enemies in a sec, or at least the friendly should. Okay, we're getting contact somewhere. We're also being tracked. Okay, yeah, the 30 kilometer ACM is just lying. Thanks. Okay, we got one. Hell yeah. We need to be closer to the other person to hit them reliably, though. So frick it, we're diving straight down. No way this can go badly. There we go. I feel like we're maybe a little bit optimistic with what these crappy missiles can do. God damn. Okay, I need to lead more, but also I'm out of ammo, so god damn it. Wah. No kills today. Maybe you can finish someone off. Well, that's just a hit. And an assist. Frick it, I'll take that. Whatever. This plane feels surprisingly nice. Straight up more maneuverable than the 33. Okay, yeah. The little Dorito wings cannot take this, as a matter of fact. Oh well. It's odd, because in some planes and in some maps, you do get the wobble, but you don't get the plane literally tearing itself apart. Oh well. I would like to go to arcade. Oh yeah, I can switch the modes, that's fine. So let's see how much of a mess this is. We're immediately gonna climb. People seem to already be firing flares? Really? DWS? Okay, enemies are still very close. You know what? Forget. Let's just hit them with one of the radar missiles at 30 kilometers off in the distance. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky in arcade and maybe it's gonna hit them. Oh, I just lost the track. Thank you. Not the frickin' miss. Everything keeps locking onto them. Come on. Lock onto something else. Don't be a nerd. What is up with the weird lock-on where I just lock onto something in the middle of two other planes? I'll also immediately get murdered really soon, but frick it. Come on, frickin' shoot them. Okay. Well, that's an IR missile, so... Yeah, nobody freaking cares. I just go there, I dump my load, literally every missile, and they just are completely unbothered. NFTuber is basically like an English VTuber. That's about it. I'm gonna hug the ground as closely as I can, cause yeah, I don't have anything else I can do here. Oh wait, I could just strike some of the regular planes, like the NPCs, right? If I can lock onto them, that is. How can these missiles be so freaking bad? Holy crap. Okay, there we go. There's one and there's an SU-30. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, we just took out an Su-30 in this heap of junk. I feel kinda guilty now, god damn. But also there's an airfield where we can rearm right here, so that's fine. Oh wait, arcade, so we can just wait, that's fine. The landing is probably gonna be, you know, more time consuming. Okay, we're getting incoming launches. I'm hugging the ground as close as I can. There's not much else I can do besides that. Okay, yeah, missile evasion. Okay, another Su-30. Oh, they're flying away really quickly. Uh-oh. There's a Tomcat? Maybe if we get, like, insanely lucky. Oh, we just hit the flares. They're going up. I can't really follow them. Yeah, they have a little bit more maneuverability than I do. I am so dead. Oh no. Yep. I don't know what I expected. Maybe an Su-25. I mean, surely this is gonna go better, right? Oh yeah, and this is also... Okay, wait, actually both of these are all aspects. This is just like a less powerful one. Frick it. This cannot possibly go wrong. Basically a bathtub in the air. With no afterburner and also really, really slow. I mean, we do have good guns and good maneuverability at low speeds, it's just that we don't do high speeds altogether. I can't help but to shake the feeling that this is the equivalent of bringing in a biplane to a jet battle. Also, radar altitude is 14 meters. Oh no. Okay, most of the enemy team's actually gone, but the same applies to ours, so I don't know. Let's just go in and try to bail out our friendlies if the enemies try to attack them. Oh, there we go. J2. And an F-14. Oh, there's no law. Oh, frick, we got them. Hell yeah! In an Su-25, nonetheless. I guess teamwork does help, even if you have a very, very unsuitable plane. I could have actually brought like a bomb load. No idea where they are. Okay, somewhere up ahead, presumably. Oh, right, they're airfield. Uh-oh. You know what? If we're gonna do bombing, might as well do it in style. Time to bring in the freaking bear. Surely this won't go horribly in, like, a battle with a bunch of modern jets, right? Still love the frickin' engine sound though. Okay, and the props don't strobe like they do with other planes in first person. I guess I'm thankful for that. Only problem is that we're probably just gonna seemingly randomly explode in a minute or two in case any of them lock onto us and just hit us with a missile. Because this plane is slightly out of its gear here, even though the bombs are really effective and stuff. So let's see what happens. The more worrying thing is that their airfield is right behind the bomb target. You also see friendlies firing off missiles, so I'm guessing they see the enemies or something. I guess we could do all of the bombing objectives if we don't get shot down, but yeah, that is very unlikely. Like, okay, sure, the fighters are engaging with one another, but that's only gonna keep them occupied for maybe like half a minute. There's the saber as well. Uh-oh. Well, let's try to see what we can do until then. And also pop a metric fuck ton of flares. One bomb away? And then do some, like, dive bomber shenanigans with this huge-ass bomber. Yes. Other bomb away. And both of them seem to be coming for us and also yeeting missiles at us. Okay, we got the bases. Still not a very good set of circumstances to be in. "30 seconds until resupply." How am I alive for this long? This is kind of insane. Okay, 3, 2, 1. That's one away. And then the other. Oh no. Oh no, they're coming straight for us. I can't really dodge them in this plane. Come on. Why am I not firing? Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Yeah, that's about how I expected this to go. At least we got the bases, so that is something. Oh, and we're immediately getting launches at us. Frick it, I'm gonna notch and I'm gonna go very, very close to the surface. Maybe that's gonna be enough. I don't frickin' know. Like, surely this should be enough to confuse whatever targeting they have, right? Okay, missile evasion. That worked. But also, look, this time around we're going pretty fast. And also not ripping our wings off. Hell yeah. We might be able to hit someone at this rate. No, not the missile! God damn it. Okay, that's one surprise attack. That's another one. Oh, right. Time to get out of here. I cannot outturn them. But hey, we at least did some damage. I'll take that. At least this freaking thing is fast. Oh, so are they. Uh-oh. Yeah, I have no turn radius. Now I really don't have turn radius. Gosh, I need an SU-30, but I feel like that wouldn't really fix me, so... 20k. You know, that's not horrible for like grinding and stuff, but still. It's kind of cool how you can see some of the planes just being so much physically bigger than others. Okay, mountainous map. Maybe we can do something good here. I don't know. Let's just try to hug the terrain again. Oh wait, we could just follow this U-30, see what they do. Well, maybe not that closely. We're immediately getting launches. Damn. Oh yeah, right, arcade. I can't lock onto anything. What the frick is this? You know, this is the kind of clusterfuck that I would 100% expect from an arcade battle. Like, I have no idea what just happened. Somehow, apparently I got a kill, but what the fuck? This game has turned into frickin' Ace Combat. That still caught me in the blast. Well, I tried. Now, normally you wouldn't be doing matchups like this, but frick it, I'm gonna mess around anyways. Also, thanks for the follow.
Gian Universe is now following.
Okay, we got one of them at least. Oh, frick. Uh-oh. They have a little bit of maneuverability advantage. Still, at least that's something. Wow. Because this is so close range, they might as well try using more guns. The SU-25 might actually do well here. Well, if someone who knows what they're doing would be piloting it. Sadly, it seems like most of the people who rushed in are already dead. So now it's people actually holding altitude. MiG-23. F-14. Let's just harass them a little bit. They shouldn't get too comfy, you know? Yeah, I literally cannot catch up to them. Back to realistic. Wait, actually, you know what? Assault Air Arcade. How bad could this... Oh, wait, I can't use those planes there. Can I? No, I can't. It's grayed out. It's probably just gonna give me the other planes I have, so yeah. Might as well pick the MiG-27 because at least it's fast. I haven't actually played the PvE modes much with jets because, you know, the PvE modes aren't very good. We'll see, I guess. They just get spawned in on like a big map and there's waves of enemies coming in. And you have like an airfield or like a base or whatever to protect. Well, you protect the base, the airfield is just where you can get repairs quickly and stuff. Okay, let's get some more speed going. G8N. Wait, those are the old-timey bombers, aren't they? I hope I don't hit any friendlies. At least they're easy to hit. But as usual, the friendlies really just quickly swarm them, and yeah. And then we just head for the next group of enemies and, like, you know, rinse and repeat. I thought this plane would have more, you know, like a speed advantage and stuff, but apparently not.
Our victory is near.
Okay, seems like all of those are down. Time to build up some speed again. I really remember why I didn't like the arcade mode. It is boring as frick. If I could find something like nuclear option but for tank battles, I think I'd just throw War Thunder in the trash. I don't think I enjoy the game as much as I used to. Which is kind of wild, because, you know, 1,300 hours in it. But yeah, this is, I don't know. I just got to a point where I can't really, play the kind of competitive modes and stuff. You know what, frick it, let's just boost ourselves. Yeah. If I do badly in this game, I'm just kind of wrapping the whole stream up, and that's that for today. I'm not gonna try to spot anyone up close. Instead, I'm just gonna go and fly into the mountains and switch to the ACM mode. And count on the friendlies to spot the enemies. Let's also switch to IR so we don't get immediately spotted, and let's be sneaky about it. Let's give it one good shot. so we're in the mountains. And now just kind of an arc around them, so we can actually flank the enemies near the center of the map. And I'm still getting missile launches. How? Okay, there's one. There's another. Oh, we didn't even have a lock. And they're behind terrain. We're gonna have to do the same, you know? Okay, we're getting some evasion, so that's at least something. But they're gone. No idea where. Wherever it is, it's not here. There's also presumably 2 people in the actual mountains. Three people in the mountains. Damn, they had the same idea. Maybe I can keep them visible, but like, okay, no wait, they hid behind the mountain peak. Okay, I don't see anyone in this mode. Oh, no more missiles. Nope. You know what? Frick it. I think I'm uninstalling the game. This isn't fun. Stream over.